figured I'd make a quick video about the Dat Bike Quantum to kind of give people a little bit better of a frame of reference of the bike and kind of what it is. So here I have a 50cc Honda Cub, and here is the Dat Bike Quantum. So the bike itself actually connects to the phone via Bluetooth and will turn on without using a key. You also do have an RFID tag down here where you can tap it on there and turn the bike on. You have a readout of the battery, the motor, and the ECU on the bottom right here, or sorry, bottom left. I've never seen these get above 50C, but I'm sure it's possible. We are living in a quite warm climate here. Rarely is a day where it's underneath 30C. And so I've driven this about 60 kilometers since I've got it. It was delivered, I plugged it in, charged to 100%. I haven't plugged it in since. So on that 60 kilometers, I've used about 78%. I'm sorry, 78%. I've used about 22% of the battery. So I guess you can extrapolate that out. Most of it's been, I guess, rather spirited rural driving. So anywhere between 35 and 70 kilometers. Give it a look around it. The build quality on it's actually really decent. I mean, and my frame of reference here is, other Hondas that I've driven, as well as my Yachty Baye, which is another electric moped that I have. That one, however, is a hub motor. This one is not. This one just uses an off-the-shelf electric motor to drive a chain back here. So the motor is in here. It has a lot of torque. It is fun and fast to drive. Your rear pegs. This is a bike that's designed for the Vietnamese market, so even though it says 2 people max right here, you're gonna get whole families on this thing. Probably 3, 4, maybe more people on it. And I 100% believe that it's capable of that. I follow the forums pretty closely on these, and people are getting somewhere between 180 to 210 kilometers out of a single charge when they're on long trips. I know that 270 kilometer figure is definitely for city driving, and my driving is a little bit mixed, not really a great example for people to go by. So let's pop the trunk. Trunk is absolutely massive, 41 liters. I've got 2 helmets in here, a raincoat, some Choco dates, my documentation, and like a skirt cover for my wife when she rides on the back. Actually, I'm usually riding on the back because she really enjoys driving this thing. And then we have the charger here. This is a 25 amp 220 volt charger. The charging end looks like this. It reminds me of Tesla's charger, but small. Also, really heavy, thick, feels good. It's a statement too. I mean, a lot of things here do feel rather cheap. This is heavy. The charging port is here. I do not like this door. It feels really cheap, but it is what it is. We have the actual charging port here. And basically, this also does support a fast charging on a proprietary network that they have. I don't have any in my town, so I'm not going to really be able to try it out unless I head up to Ho Chi Minh. If I do that, probably just going to be taking a bus anyway. I prefer not to drive that far on a moped, but if they ever do build one down by me, I can do fast charging. On this bad boy, we're looking at 0% to 100% in, I think they said underneath 4 hours, which is pretty fast given the fact that I'm only going to ever charge it probably once a week at my current burn rate. It came with a floor mat too, which is kind of cool. But no, the thing cooks. Like it's fast. 2 modes. It's got a regular drive mode and then a sport mode. And you have a live readage of the amount of amps. It is a very one pedal driving experience for a bike. when you let up off the gas, it regens real hard. So if you've ever driven an electric car where you lift off the pedal and you have that one pedal driving experience, it is really, really similar to that. I'd say this is probably the nicest electric two-wheeled thing I've ever driven. Really hard to call it a moped because it's a little bit more than a moped, but a little bit less than a motorcycle. This is just something that's kind of a very uniquely Asian space. I really do wish we could have had these back in Wisconsin. Something like this would have been fun to rip around in. Here's the other moped too, I guess, for size comparison. It's just a standard Honda, I don't know, Honda Future. And this thing comes in, it's about 25% bigger physically.